It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's Reality Alert.
Will Ashley's dog Bentley get more screen time than Ashley this season? Tune
It
in
could
to the
happen.
newest Reality Alert to find out.
Yes, welcome to our recap of Squid Game Season 3 Queer Love.
Yeah, you guys better not be watching Squid Game, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Top priority is Ultimatum Queer Love.
Ultimatum
Get it right.
Queer Love. Well, the top priority is just listening to the podcast. You don't even have to watch the show.
No.
You don't even have to subscribe to Netflix.
But just wait. We'll do some sort of Squid Game content next week.
We'll do something.
Casting the Ultimatum Queer Love cast on
do
Squid Game.
Whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, we'll fucking do it. We'll do some content.
These fuckers eat it up. The Squid
You
Game
know,
shit.
we're just cogs in the machine.
That's
whatever.
Right. La Boo Boo, you know.
Dude, La Boo Boo.
Bombardillo, Crocodillo.
Yeah.
We're hip with everything. We're all trendy here.
Yeah. Speaking of La Boo Boo, we have.
You couldn't wait to get into this.
So. We have not received any DMs yet of people asking for the P.O. box to send me a toffee Labubu yet, which is
I mean, I might as well get a Labubu too. Like, why would they send you?
Oh, you didn't seem you could have said I want a Labubu also.
The podcast is getting gifts. I deserve half the gift.
Okay, you can also
So either you cut your Labubu in half.
No, we're not doing that. We're not ruining the toffee's value.
Okay, well then I guess they're gonna have to send two.
Okay, so
because otherwise it's not going to work out.
All right, we'll take which Labubu do you want?
The rarest of all.
Oh, you want secret?
I want secret.
1 in 72 chance. Wow, that would be quite the gift to give secret.
I want it.
Wow.
Give me your secret.
Do you want it from the Macaron series?
Sure.
Okay.
Which one's more rare?
Well, Macaron series is just very popular. It's the plushie.
Okay. I want whatever is going to get me the most cash.
Okay. Well, let me say what I was going to say, because it was actually kind of relevant to the podcasting.
Labubu was relevant to the podcast. Okay.
No, it was. And Labubu was very relevant to everything. We should just do a Labubu podcast.
It's true. It's in the zeitgeist now.
Yeah. Just like us. Anyway, we have not received any DMs saying that we're going to be sent Labubus yet, but we did get a message from Leah. Kind of aggressive on Discord.
Yeah.
And our friend Leah, you can join this Discord if you become a Patreon member. She says, OMG, This Is the Life was definitely the Hannah Montana song, not that random Scottish girl, 3 exclamation points, at Big Rascal Max and at Big Rascal Ben. Y'all are too old to get it.
Yeah. And then several death threats to our
it was crazy.
It was very scary. Yeah.
Is this ageism, Ben?
It might be ageism.
We're hip. We like Labubu.
We love Labubu.
Yeah, we know about
Crocodile.
Yeah, we know about the Italian brain rot. We know about Labubu. We give it all 5 big booms. But yes, I don't know why that song didn't pop up when we Googled it. Why the Scottish one did?
That's weird.
Isn't it? What's more embarrassing, the Scottish song or a Hannah Montana song? I think the Hannah Montana song. I think getting a Hannah Montana tattoo.
Not according to Leah. She's a legend.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, Leah also says you are clearly not a little girl in the 2000s. That's a hot take. I was pretty sure I was a little girl in the 2000s. Currently.
Weren't we all little girls in the 2000s?
Well, she didn't say... I just want to check the language on this. She didn't say you were... She says you are clearly not a little girl in the 2000s. You are. She didn't say you weren't a little girl in the 2000s. She says we currently are not little girls in the 2000s, which I thought I was. So I'm a little confused about this whole thing.
I really love the boo-boos. So.
I just want to make it clear we love Labubu's, toffee, legend, secret, legend. We don't want soybean up in here, okay? So don't send us soybean. We don't want it. One more little piece. We got our results back from a survey that we put out. We got
play that breaking news.
Oh, we got.
Or maybe it'll just come from the.
Yeah, I mean, I don't play it. I just want to
never play it. How does it always know?
Where does that come from?
And just we begged for it. Yeah,
we begged for it. Anyway, we received our survey results. We put out a survey maybe a month or two ago, and we finally got them back. I just want to thank. We would like to thank you guys for all of your helpful responses, not being sarcastic. They were so thoughtful. I have to specify that I'm not being sarcastic. Well, because all the there was
a lot of Shrek answers on these.
There were. That was great,
which we loved.
But so many of the responses were like, love the sarcasm, love the dry humor. So I feel like I have to specify that I'm actually very thankful. A lot of the answers were so helpful, so complimentary, so kind. And just, even the critiques that we normally hate were very helpful, and we really appreciated them because they were on a survey and not on reviews. We've received a lot of things about audio levels, and we hope that this episode will have better audio levels. We did some work today on them, and we just want to say we thank you all very much. We did a survey a few years ago, and this one had like a million more responses. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts to all of our listeners. You mean very much to us. Labubu. Aw, Labubu. You are our Labubus of podcasts.
Wow. We've abandoned the rascal marketing and we've moved on to Labubu.
Yes, Big Labubu Max and Big Labubu Ben.
I think that's good work.
It's good. Should we talk about the show, or should
we don't know? Let's just talk Labubus all day.
We can rip.
No, let's talk about the show.
Trial Marriages week 1. AJ and Marie, they go out for dinner. AJ thinks it's hot that Marie does the ordering. Ben, do you think it's hot when somebody orders food for you?
No, I hate it.
Oh, you hate it?
I truly hate it. I like to order what I want to eat, not what another person wants.
Onions. What if they ordered onions?
Yeah, then I got gas.
Yeah, you got gas.
Then I get gas.
What do you think about oysters?
They're fine, actually. I've had oysters. Okay. They're okay.
Your eating habits are so interesting to me.
I know they're weird. You want to know what's crazy? Is I've had octopus too.
Do you do like octopus?
I didn't care for it. It was a little. People were like, "No, it's like steak," and I tried it, and I was like, "This is not for like the texture."
It's like steak.
Yeah, the texture was not for me.
Was it grilled octopus?
Trying to remember. It was at a super fancy restaurant.
Well, you only go to super fancy restaurants, so
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Like Outback,
fine dining only for me.
Applebee's, yeah.
Applebee's, Bennigan's, yeah. No, but it was just okay.
Okay.
I felt like an animal this smart, and it's like doesn't taste that good.
Yeah, I thought it tastes more like kind of like a chicken type thing. I don't really get steak from it. I think it's all right.
Like pigs are super smart and they taste amazing too.
Yes, you're right.
It's like octopus, they're really smart, but they don't taste like.
Yeah, it's like gorilla. Gorilla's super smart. It tastes really good. Brain,
You eat gorillas a lot, yeah.
Dude, all the time. It's like my favorite.
Yeah, dolphins.
And then we were canceled. AJ wants to name her first child Jewel.
Very cool.
Yeah, is this after the Savior Soul singer? Do you know Jewel?
Yes, I've heard that's a singer.
Yes. I've heard that. And Marie's super into AJ at this moment, like head over heels. But once AJ talks to Brittany, it's like all over.
Crazy, not how we expected this season.
Yeah, do you think that like AJ chose Marie to protect her relationship with Brittany because she knows if she had chosen Marita that she might have hooked up with her?
Marita straight up told her I would have trouble resisting things.
Yeah,
if I was with you.
So I think AJ had fun flirting, and I think that like Brittany trusted her and saw like, oh, AJ is just being AJ, has a flirty personality, but like when the time came, AJ was just like, you know what, like I'm gonna pick Marie so I don't do anything and jeopardize my relationship, which is disappointing.
A lot of people put the label on AJ, and we sort of did this too in the first podcast of like, she's a player, right? But I don't know, maybe AJ just fucking rules. Like maybe AJ's just awesome, and that's why everybody had her at the top of her list. But she was never ever gonna cheat on Brittany ever.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you know what I mean?
She was certainly implying that she was going to. Like, was it Marie
that specifically say anything like that?
Somebody said, it might have been Marie, like, oh, I want to like touch you or kiss you right now. And
she was like, well, why not?
Well, why not? They're like our exes. It really implied that she was down to do stuff.
It did. It's very confusing.
I do not feel bad for feeling that way.
Well, no, you shouldn't. But I was just putting out a hypothetical that maybe AJ just is awesome in general.
Well, I think that AJ is awesome.
She
in
is.
General.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. I love how she's like, sure, Brittany, you bought me this house and you do all this work and like, it's awesome. But I really wish that you were just home to cook for me more. Let's get to this happened really quick in one of like the short scenes that they show sometimes. It's kind of important that I play this.
I need to pee. Do you want me to get out for a sec?
No, I kind of want you in there.
You want me in here?
Mel and Dana. That was Mel and Dana. One of them wanted the other one in there when they pee. This is when I knew that they were going to be hooking up.
This gets brought up again, I believe, with Kyle. Don't they talk about pooping in front of each other?
Probably. I think so.
This has been brought up before, too.
So many relationships, they talk about this.
Love is Blind and Ultimatum, they've talked about this, of pooping in front of each other.
On Vanderpump, Jax Taylor shits with the door open. Like, it's...
That's wild, man. That's wild.
But I like some privacy in my relationship.
Especially when it comes to the pooping.
Yeah, that's just...
It's one of those things where it's like, I like the privacy.
Yeah, it's more about me than you. I'm uncomfortable. I don't like it.
But apparently it's a thing, Max. I don't know.
Even peeing.
I've had roommates before who are couples and they go in the bathroom together for hours. And I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? And they're just chit chat. They're just chit chat and probably shitting in front of each other. I don't know what's going on. I'm just I need to use the bathroom. And these people are having a party in there.
I don't find peeing to be that gross. I just find it like unnecessary. Like, why do we need to be in the bathroom together to pee?
Right.
Yeah. Kyle and Pilar. Apparently Kyle and Bridget were at a party once and Bridget thought the conversation was boring, so they started humming. Bridget was just like, fuck this. I'm gonna
really cool.
I don't know. It's kind of hilarious. It sounds
What were they humming exactly? That's what I'd like to know.
I don't know. It's almost like a Larry David type thing to just be like, fuck this, it's boring, Start doing it everywhere. Very Curb. Yeah. Kyle and Pilar, they have this whole cake eating metaphor discussing marriage. So Pilar keeps saying, do you want to eat the same cake for the rest of your life? But I thought that Pilar's hesitancy with marriage was all like related to her family. Now
I thought so too. Yeah.
Now she doesn't want to eat the same cake for the rest of her life. What is it, Pilar?
I thought this was is it cake episode?
Oh, synergy, dude. Mikey Day's gonna come out in the next batch of episodes.
Is it cake or is it your relationship?
Yeah. Why doesn't Mikey Day just host? What does Joanna Garcia Swisher bring to the table?
Don't put that into the fucking universe. Please don't put that in the universe.
So AJ and Brittany, they have a little rendezvous in the middle of the night. But Marie has been awake the whole time. AJ and Marie, they meet, and AJ, she says, I'm gonna be honest, I've seen Brittany twice and she apologizes. Marie says, I appreciate that, but you're in charge of your own grief.
Whoa.
I'm like, that's a really dramatic ass
word. Yeah,
statement.
grief.
I'm like, grief. I mean, I think she's just comforting Brittany because Brittany's in a couple with somebody she didn't really intend to be with.
Yeah.
Grief?
I guess AJ maybe should have said it earlier, but that's the only critique I would have for the situation.
Yeah, but I mean, she said it. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I mean, after she got caught, but
that's true. She did.
Yeah.
And we also got to see a new dog though, too.
Dookie.
Wow. That's what all the couples are doing in front of each other in the bathroom.
Yeah, the dog originally had a different name, Pissy, but then they changed it to Dookie
once their relationship got more serious.
Yeah, it's really there were a lot of growth. Yeah, but Marie takes this so hard. She says she feels like a fool and that she thought there was a connection, and she says she's shutting down. She can't trust AJ.
If she
can't trust her.
If she feels like a fool that can't trust someone now, just wait, Marie.
I know. Just you wait.
Oh boy.
Dana and Mel. Mel does some fancy cooking. Dude, she buys $25 truffle oil even though she doesn't like it. That's love.
Wow.
After peeing in front of each other and $25 truffle oil, I mean, these two have to get married.
Do you like truffle oil?
It's like sometimes. I don't love it though.
I'm not a big fan for how expensive it is too. It's like it's not worth it to me.
I think truffle fries often they use too much truffle oil, and I'm like, I would just rather have normal fries. Truffle fries.
I've had like the truffle popcorn before.
That like, sucks.
At Nighthawk. You remember Nighthawk in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I know. I feel like they don't know how to use it. You know?
Yeah, probably.
Like, a lot of places they just like throw it on.
Yeah, and it's like too much too.
I want to be really rich and try truffles though. You know, at the restaurants when they like shave them. And they like you tell them when to stop, and there's just like $1 million per shave. I want to try the real truffles.
Have you seen that movie? What is it? The Pig with Nicolas Cage. And it's about this guy in Portland that like hunts for truffles.
No, that sounds cool though.
Yeah, he scavenges for truffles and then he sells them to Portland, like high-end restaurants in Portland.
Have you played Stardew Valley?
Yes, I have.
You can have pigs and they hunt for truffles.
That's crazy too.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yes. So yeah, that happens. Haley and Megan. Megan says for a long time she wasn't taking herself seriously, so her family wasn't. But now she feels that things are different. She says she has put her foot down with them and demands respect. It appears they are coming around. I'm a little confused about Megan's stance with her family. Does she think that the show will help? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was the way she framed it was sort of like because she wasn't sure about who she was, that they were reading into that too much or something.
Now maybe they are. I'm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
know exactly. Yeah. Kyle and Pilar. Things are like a little awkward. Pilar says, I would normally not talk to you at a bar. Isn't that always the nice thing to say to somebody?
Yeah.
So if we met in the real world, I wouldn't even acknowledge your weird ass existence.
I would throw
up. Dana and Mel, apparently yesterday, Mel took gum out of Dana's mouth and ate it.
Ooh. Wow.
These two have an the way that these two are wooing each other is very interesting. The workup.
This is like the movie Disobedience. Have you seen that movie?
No.
They're like, it's Rachel McAdams and Rachel Weisz, and they're like hawking loogies into each other's mouth.
Oh, nice. Though they're definitely doing that. I mean, they claim they haven't had sex, but I feel like they've exchanged just as many bodily fluids, if not more.
A lot of fluids.
Yeah. A lot of weird, kinky.
A lot of truffle oil.
Truffle oil and gum. My favorite combo. But Marie is upset because she ran into them and Mel didn't acknowledge her. And she says she feels like she's losing Mel, and her and AJ aren't aligned on anything. And she says she's going to lose her relationship and her business.
It is kind of a dick move that they didn't say hi to their partners.
No, it definitely is. It's like, why can't you say hi?
Like, you can't even like wave. Like, this gets brought up a lot, like many times by the other couples, and it's like, why are you being dicks? Just
why wouldn't you?
Very weird and like cliquey almost.
Yeah, it's strange. Haley and Megan. Megan is upset that Dana didn't say hi to her. She tells Haley if the person she's supposed to marry won't say hi, then she doesn't want it. Oh, she's drawing that line. She wants out. She's using this to get out.
Megan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But didn't everybody get engaged last season of Queer Love?
Well, on the Ultistratums, they always get engaged.
No, but I think on Queer Love they did.
Did all of them? I don't think all of them did.
Who didn't? I think they did.
We're gonna look stupid. I know we are.
That's par for the course. That's par for the course. We see Mel and Dana make out on the balcony. No surprise. But we don't know if they were making out or they were just exchanging gum. So I don't want to read into anything.
That could be. Yeah, it could be the one chew each.
Yeah, we shouldn't like read into shit like that, Ben.
It's true.
Yeah.
You don't know what these moaning sounds are. It could be they're moaning while they're chewing gum.
Yeah, come on.
They could just love the flavor of this, like the zebra gum that they've got.
Fruit stripe.
Fruit stripe.
Yeah.
Remember Fruit Stripe was good.
Dude, Fruit Stripe's good. Except the flavor goes away way too fast. But
really fast.
The juice is worth the squeeze, you know?
You know what else goes away really fast is Big League Chew.
Yeah.
Really quick.
Yeah.
Even though it's awesome.
It's so sick. Brittany and Marita. Brittany gets Marita flowers. And then Brittany tells us she feels a little bad that she saw her ex and Marita doesn't know, but she says that she's dedicated to Marita now. And listen to what Brittany's strategy is for tonight.
And I'm gonna show her a little bit of my daddy energy tonight.
Ooh, daddy energy.
Ooh.
I need a daddy, a real big daddy.
Going back to season 1 with that music of the Ultimatum.
Wow.
Big Zaza is here. Big Zaza, not like that.
Okay, daddy.
Don't call me daddy.
Okay, daddy.
Yeah, daddy. Oh, daddy.
Oh, daddy. Whoa.
If you say daddy, you get the daddy sound bites. That's how it works around here. Yeah. And they have dinner. This couple bores me. I don't care about them. But
I think my take on this couple is it's very nice and sweet what they're doing for each other during this experiment, but they are very boring and not messy at all.
Yes, it's very sweet.
Boring. Boo tomato, boo tomato, boo tomato, boo tomato.
Stop being so nice. Exchange gum or something, you know?
Yeah.
Or fight.
Exactly.
Either exchange gum or fight. Let's get something
Fight
going
over
on.
a Laffy Taffy with your
Yeah, come on. Bridget and Ashley. They have dinner. And this is we get into all the trauma stuff. I think the producers were like, on Love is Blind, they have like trauma day. I think this is this is not mocking people when I say this. This is just like a production note. You kind of note that they were like, we want you to open up about your
it's
childhood.
pretty much the only scene with Ashley where we get some depth too.
I know, but it kind of does make sense a little bit.
Does.
Yes. Yeah. Haley and Megan, they play a game where they're blindfolded and trying to guess what item is being rubbed on them.
Ooh,
gum.
Ooh, is that double bubble? What?
Ooh, this is the tape gum. I forget what the tape bubble tape. Bubble tape.
Ooh, this is definitely shaped like a cube. Is this an icebreaker?
Ooh. Dana and Mel, they make sure to tongue before they leave the apartment.
Wow.
Yeah, well, they have to scrape the gum off their tongues. So
right. They got to clean each other's teeth.
Yeah, there's nothing else they can use.
Floss for each other's teeth. Yeah.
But Maria's having her own kind of ultimatum thing going on. And this is definitely not a bad sign. She just proposes to her cat.
Will you marry me? Yes! Yes!
Typical cat people, am I right?
I love the sad music that they play.
Oh.
Oh, can you hear me or see me? My camera.
I can't see you. Your camera is turned off, but I can hear you great.
Yeah, what happened? Oh,
looks like your camera's rebooting.
It's rebooting. But
keep talking though, because
we can hear
you great.
That's great. Haley and Meg.
There we go.
Yes, yeah. Can we just talk about that real quick though? Because I like the sad music that they played to really lay it on thick that Maria's a sad person, you know? They really had to include the cat scene with the dramatic music.
Situation sucks so bad she's gonna get with this cat.
Yeah. She got cat
this
safe
is all
gum.
She has. She's a crazy cat lady.
She got catnip gum going on, and that's what's happening here. Let's get Haley and Megan. They have the whipped cream and strawberries out. They're talking about intimacy. You'll never believe this take though that Haley has, Ben.
Okay.
She says that sex is important in a marriage.
Get the fuck out of here. No way.
I know.
Wow.
Megan agrees. It's crazy. They think that the sex is important.
This is a very important line, though, in the arc of these 4 episodes, because they set this up with a little foreshadowing, and then we don't really see or hear too much until the end of this arc.
I know.
So it's really interesting the way they edited this.
Yeah. Let's get to trial weddings week 2. Dana and Mel go to a park. You're never going to believe the things that Dana says. She says, I need you too much right now, and it worries me. We're literally sharing a brain cell at this point. And Mel says, I don't think we spend enough time together.
Yeah.
Dude, they're sharing.
Dana is... wow, she's one of the most interesting people that I think have ever been cast in a Netflix series.
Are you replacing interesting? Are you replacing needy with interesting? Is that what you're doing?
Needy, codependent, insecure, psychotic.
Is saying we're sharing a brain cell a self-burn on both of them?
What, like they have one brain cell?
Yeah, we're sharing a brain cell?
Or is it just like, of all, like we have thousands of brain cells, but there's one that we are sharing?
No, I think she's saying we have one brain cell.
We have one brain cell.
We're really dumb, but at least we have each other. I think that's what she's saying. We're not saying that. She said it. Okay.
The way they've operated in these 4 episodes, I believe it. They're not the smartest. These two. They've put their sex playlists up on their shared accounts with their partner.
I cannot wait to talk about that. Amazing.
That's a one brain cell move, I will say.
Yeah, big time. You got to cover your shit. Come on, guys. Kyle and Pilar, we get this night cam footage. It's 12:32 a.m. exactly, just so everybody remembers, of them getting back to the apartment. And Kyle says that Pilar tried to kiss them while they were out dancing, and then Kyle stopped Pilar. And then later Pilar, this is Kyle's phrasing, Kyle says that Pilar made out with them and Kyle didn't stop her. And then Kyle... Yeah,
that's an interesting phrasing, isn't it?
Kyle says that she didn't love how it went down and it was a mistake.
In other words, Kyle feels guilty. That's all, right?
Yeah, I think that...
I don't think Pilar really crossed any boundaries. Like, a kiss goes both ways. You know, are you going to say, no, I didn't want the kiss? It's like, you said made out.
Yeah, I think maybe it's like a little somewhere in the middle. Like maybe Pilar was like a little too pushy, you know, because Kyle did, you know, say like, no, you know, but Kyle was not taking any responsibility like for what happened in this argument, you know, it was kind of like bullshit. And
I felt a little bad for Pilar. It did feel.
Oh, I did too. Yeah,
feel a little bit like, I don't want to use the word gaslighting. It's such a big word, but it just it
didn't feel like that.
It felt like it was putting it all more on Pilar than it was on Kyle.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, Kyle didn't need to be, I don't think.
Accuses Pilar of like playing games, and it's like because she's attracted to you and kissed you. I I like when Pilar says, like, I'm not sure if it's in this conversation, but she says, I've only ever been with one other person before, and you're painting me out to be like some kind of player. Like, that's obviously not true. And I feel like Kyle does listen when she says that.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, oh, wait, that is a good point. You know,
and this is added on to the fact that earlier Kyle was saying, like, I just don't understand how you're so open about all this. And Pilar is like, why do you think I'm so open about all this? Like, why do you think I'm like embracing the process so much better than you are? Like, I have doubts too.
Yeah.
I'm just not being like super, super closed off.
I feel like with these two, you really see people struggling to deal with the situation in like kind of like a grounded way. Like they are making mistakes, but they're not going like, you know, like they're not like pretending that they're really married, but they did kiss, but like one of them had been in a relationship for 10 years and the only girl she's ever been with. So of course the temptation is like a little bit higher. Like everything kind of like makes sense here. But
they should have done the throuple. All I'm gonna say.
I know they should have done the throuple. There would have been no problems.
This screwed up everything.
Yeah. Episode 5, Dana and Mel, they make out on the couch, then they move into the bedroom, and we hear lots of moaning. Lots of it.
Lots of chewing gum.
Lots of peeing.
Pooping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a shot of the engagement ring. Okay, so they deny that they had sex, right?
Which is hilarious. Yeah.
But we heard moaning.
Yeah.
Is the gum just that good?
The gum is that good.
Big red. That big red cinnamon.
That big red cinnamon.
It's just so spicy. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
So good. The gum.
Maybe they were using that one type of shampoo that makes you moan from the commercials, you know?
Oh my God, dear Lord.
Shane uses it. Yeah.
Yeah, Shane uses it. So yeah, these two are so full of shit. Haley might be a hypocrite, but
Haley is a hypocrite. She is.
But she takes one to no one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Kyle and Pilar, they make up. They talk about the mixed signals. I like when Pilar says, "You're very jabby. I didn't expect that." And Kyle's like, "I grew up with sisters." It's just like a funny recognition.
Yeah. Yeah.
I enjoyed watching them kind of like work through their shit a little bit and have conflict and stuff. Yeah. But not the most exciting. What do you think about the term Trilly Willy for trial wife?
It's cool. Like I could see it being like the third movie of the Free Willy trilogy.
Oh, Trilly Willy.
Yeah.
Cool. I do think it's interesting bringing in the word Willy into a lesbian relationship.
Yeah.
But I like it. I like the Trilly Willy.
I think it's cool.
Yes. Megan says that now being with Haley, she doesn't feel pushed. So she feels that she has the room to push herself regarding her parents and other things. I love the shade that people just like, everybody just blames their partners for fucking everything. It's like, it turns out the reason I had problems with my parents was actually this person that supported me for all this time through everything.
It's almost as if they knew what they were doing coming on this show, that it would end their relationship.
Actually, my girlfriend's fault with my parents. It wasn't my parents' fault.
Yeah.
They were homophobic.
I feel like there's more blaming of each other's partners this season than
they blame their partners for fucking everything. I hadn't met my partner yet, but they're the reason I failed out of high school because they didn't come find me sooner to encourage me. I know Haley would have found me if my partner hadn't, and she would have made me get my GED. But yeah, Megan's friends welcome Haley to the squad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be a permanent welcome. Who knows?
I know. They're going to Capitol Hill. AJ and Marie. The scene starts with Marie immediately saying, "I've never felt more alone, but it's not your fault." Damn, Marie is going through it, and she is dramatic AF.
Yeah, she is.
She is really going through it.
Just wait.
I mean,
Just wait, Marie.
I do feel bad for her because she's clearly
She has the roughest time on this show of anybody.
No, and she has real trauma that I don't
know. Pilar has a really rough time too on this show.
Yes. But Marie, she's like talking about like really deep trauma about the death of her mother. And she's like, I've never talked about it.
That's crazy. With her partner too, she hasn't talked about it with.
Yes.
That is crazy.
I know.
And likewise too. Yeah, Marie has never talked about that with her partner. And Mel has never talked to Marie about the fact that she can't have kids. They have so many secrets from each other. It's crazy.
I know these relationships are no bueno, I don't think.
I really believe it is just a food truck relationship. They're just together for the food truck.
Yeah,
this is like when parents stay together for a baby, but their baby is a food truck in this case.
Forget the U-Haul. This is a food truck relationship.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And they can't get divorced until the food truck goes to college.
They can't get divorced until the food truck has an IPO, until the business.
Yeah. It's all adding up. It really is.
I know. Brittany and Marita.
Except, what do you mean, blah, 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 blah? What movie are they watching?
What movie were they watching? What were they watching?
Norbit.
They were watching Norbit?
Yes. This is why I texted you saying, get Norbit sound bites.
Why were they watching?
Were you just confused when you read that in my text?
Yeah, I just thought it was a bit.
I said, we need Norbit sound bites.
Why were they watching Norbit?
Exactly. That's what, at the end of the conversation, she goes, can we watch Norbit now?
Oh, they were doing it to honor Brian Wilson. That was his favorite movie.
That is Brian Wilson's favorite movie.
No, this is not a bit. It was.
No, I know. I read it.
No, I know. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to listeners.
Whoa, okay.
I'm not fucking talking to you, Ben.
I'll stay out of it, Max.
Stay out of it. The Labubus are mine.
You and them. This is between you and them. All right.
Between me and Toffee.
Just trying to educate our listeners on Brian Wilson.
That's what I was trying to do. Let's get to Dana and Mel. Mel tried to grow a palm tree in her backyard when she moved to Florida.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
She just put a coconut in the ground.
Yeah, what does that mean, tried? That clearly means she failed.
I just stuck a palm leaf straight up. It didn't turn into a tree. What the fuck happened?
I liked what you said about just putting a coconut in the ground. That'll branch into a tree, right?
Yeah, it'll work.
Just a full coconut.
Come on.
You just dig it.
Why didn't it work?
That doesn't make any sense.
Dana is scared because she's just like her mom, but she doesn't want to be dating around at her age just like her mom. Wow. If you love your mom so much, why are you throwing so much shade?
I know.
Yeah.
Dana throws everyone under the bus.
I know.
Nobody's safe with Dana.
No. And yeah, this is where Mel says she doesn't want kids, and she found out when she was 16 she was told she couldn't have kids and didn't want them anyway. But Marie doesn't know. Dana,
that's crazy.
And the camera people learned first.
They know the menus of their food truck better than they know each other.
Who knows if they even know the menus of the food truck, Ben? We don't know. Yeah. And then Dana and Mel, they come back to the apartment, and Dana immediately takes her shirt off.
Yeah,
that personal information sharing really goes on. But they didn't fuck, okay? No fucking occurred.
Is this the first instance of nudity that we've had in Ultimatum or Love is Blind? We've seen butts for sure.
Yeah. You couldn't really see anything though, right?
Not
like it was
really.
Pretty pixelated. I don't know if it was censored or just lo-fi.
I think it was just lo-fi.
Yeah. Ashley and Bridget. Oh, Kyle's sleeping on the couch. Ashley and Bridget. It gets quite flirty here as they do a ghost
of course,
in the pottery.
If you're doing pottery, it's gonna get hot and heavy.
Haley and Megan, they cuddle. They do more whipped cream stuff. Then they go into the bedroom
to do what? We don't know. We don't hear any gum. We don't know. We're not hearing any gum chewing sounds.
These two are obsessed with whipped cream.
Yeah, they are.
They love the whole whipped cream situation going on.
And I don't think it's just for ice cream sundaes.
I heard it's gum flavored whipped cream.
Oh, bubblegum flavored?
Yeah, bubblegum.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Woo. Woo.
Yeah. The next day they have a lunch date and they talk about how they connected sexually and helped them get even deeper. And they could have gone through the experience and not done it, but they would have regretted not fucking. So it's a good thing they fucked. They had to.
They got their hall pass.
They would have regretted it. If you're gonna regret something, you have to do it. You know?
Yeah. The boundaries were blurred because the show.
Yeah.
Joanna's telling us one thing, but my partner told me another. I don't know.
Yeah.
Joanna's telling me I gotta fuck. So
yeah. Is Joanna telling them that? I feel like Joanna just
telling them
goes
to embrace the experiment, Max.
I feel
what
like
do you
Joanna
think that means? Read between the lines.
I think Joanna just goes like, we're all growing, don't fight, don't be entertaining. You're all brave. I shouldn't be the host. Like,
if
I
you
think
want
that's
my advice, marry a Yankee.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Dana, they meet Dana's mom and sister. Mel brings up that Dana beats people up in her sleep. Are we surprised by this?
No.
The
least surprising thing I've ever heard.
Nope. It was very.
I'm gonna guess that it's happened when she's awake too.
Yeah. They talk about how close they are. Dana says Mel is her whole support system and she has learned to need her.
Wow.
Her whole support system.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Dana's sisters say Dana was more aggressive and then she became a nicer, better person when she started dating Megan. So they clearly like her. Or
just like her more than what she used to be.
Well, they probably like Megan more than Dana, right?
Well, yeah, probably. Probably.
They're like, Megan doesn't like call us all the time and say, I need you, fly to me. Fly to me. They're like, we just got off the plane. We just flew to you. Fly back. Please.
That's how you show your love.
I know. So Dana gets back to the hotel room and she goes, oh my God, my parents reminded me like I had this relationship for a long time with this other person that I was really codependent with. I was so codependent here too. And we really don't hear Megan's side of it, but Dana is super upset and asks, like, why are you talking to me like this? And we do hear Dana say, I'm going back to Michigan at one point.
Yeah.
And in confessional, Dana says, I've never needed anyone like that in my life. And she didn't care. How much do you need? You always need somebody in every fucking scene.
Every scene. Yeah. No, and I don't even think it was I don't think Dana said anything to Megan about that she was having relations.
No, but she needed her.
Yeah. Yeah. This was all very strange. I think maybe it might have something to do too with the fact that before the experiment, Megan was really begging her to not go through with the experiment, and then she got talked out of it. I don't know.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is kind of what they argue about because Megan's like, when I am upset, I tell you what I need. And when you are upset, you go nuclear and you say you're leaving and you don't want to get married and fuck you. And I'm supposed to just like, just like bow down to that. And it's annoying. Like, I think that there's somewhere in the middle for this couple to compromise on how to deal with this. But I do see where like Megan could be frustrated with somebody coming in so hot every time that they need somebody. Dana always like has no independence.
Yeah. They are the messiest couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could Megan be nicer? Yes, I agree. But does Dana have to have ownership of the way that she talks to people when she's upset? Like 100%, because all we ever see
that was very much revealed at the changeover. The way she's behaving at the table.
She talks to people, and all she does is say, I need, she's so dependent.
Yeah. Yeah. And she just goes from 0 to 100 like that.
Yeah. And I can
she says a lot of things that you would think she would later regret.
And I could see how Megan being in a trial marriage and seeing, you know, after being in a relationship, I forget how long they've been in a relationship, but even if it was like a year, being a year with somebody who's so needy, goes nuclear all the time. And then you're even in a trial relationship with somebody for 2 weeks who, like, when they need something or they feel emotionally vulnerable, says it in a calmer way, being like, oh, wow, this is what it's like to be in a less toxic relationship.
Yeah, that really is the story for Megan through this whole thing, is like,
yeah,
it's crazy realizing what else is out there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not even saying that Megan is necessarily not toxic. I think she has a lot of things to work on too.
It doesn't justify her crossing boundaries. That
yeah, but I do see her perspective on how you can, if somebody comes at you with the energy, I see how you can react that way if it happens all the time.
Yeah. Anyway, she's great. She's the best character.
Yeah, I love these people. This season's so good, dude.
It's crazy good.
So good. Night out. We get the night out. I wish that these night outs that happened. I wish that there was more of everybody hanging out.
Yeah, you mean instead of just like these little round table discussions?
Well, we just have one night out. I wish that they had. I feel like sometimes on seasons they have multiple nights out,
more mixers and stuff.
Yeah, more mixers. We only have one mixer,
or like they'll think of an excuse of like a birthday party or something that everybody.
Yeah, they should have more of them. It's weird. Yeah. So we get the night out with the ultimate receivers first. Ashley says having a wife who is femme is hot because she can do her lip liner. Yeah, I think that Maria likes that, you know, I'm femme and she's masked, so I can do her lip liner.
Yeah,
I think that's how we.
You guys are so cute when you do that.
Yeah, we're really cute. I'm really good at lip liner. She says things are going well with Brittany because she feels like more of a priority than Ashley makes her. We get to the ultimatum givers. Let's see what happened here. Marie talks about how it was hard in the beginning. And Dana says, I get it. It's scarier to be Mel's ex than Brittany's ex because Brittany is clearly in a friendship relationship. Dana has such tact, you know?
She's very passive aggressive, isn't she?
I know.
And just aggressive, too.
Yeah, and just like really knows how to calm people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
She said, I needed to say that, okay? I needed you guys to hear me say something uncouth, okay?
My God.
Let's get to the ultimatum receivers. Pilar says she's getting closer to saying yes, but it's a difficult process. Megan says, I would never do anything to hurt you. Wow.
And in this moment, they probably already did.
No, we know that they fucked. They said that they had sex.
That's crazy, dude.
Yes.
Crazy.
Yeah, this drama.
But in this moment, as an audience member, we did not know.
No, we did.
That Megan had sex with Haley?
Yeah, because they had that dinner and they said that they're happy that they had sex and that it made.
Okay. I thought they were being more vague though.
No, because they said they're glad that they did because otherwise they would have regretted it and it deepened their connection.
Yeah, I thought they were just, you know, they could have been talking about just making out or something.
No, they were pretty explicit about it.
Yeah, okay.
AJ talks about how it was difficult watching Marie have trouble getting over Mel, and she brings up how Mel didn't say hi at the pool. Megan then brings up how it hurt that Dana didn't say hi, and Mel says you shouldn't continuously punish her, you should be there for her. And yeah, I mean, everyone's hurt by this not saying hi thing, which
it's nice. It's polite to say hello, everyone. Okay,
I know they're not really your ex yet. It's like if it was your divorced ex and there was like a lot of, it was very contentious and it was awkward and you really don't owe them anything, then yes. But you guys are you're kind of still together. Like you're just saying ex.
Like in real life, you're still together.
Yeah. Ultimatum givers. Haley says she realized that Megan is good at talking about her feelings and it helps her open up. She says it has been very intimate. She's really hinting at she's like breadcrumbing a little bit.
Opening up, intimate.
Fingering. I mean,
doing gum. I mean, pooping in front of
talking. Kyle says Pilar is recognizing her issues in their relationship. Haley says she thinks Megan will always be in her life because she has had such a profound effect on her. This is something that keeps coming up. Everybody keeps going like, even if we don't work out,
will still be in my life forever.
Will still be in my life. And then they're like, if people are like, if I get together with my person in my trial marriage, my ex will still be in my life.
That's really fantastical thinking. I don't know. I mean, there are some people on this planet who can do that, but it's very rare. I've found.
I'll betray you and embarrass you on this TV show, and then you'll be in my life forever. Yeah. Let's see what they say at the reunion when they watch all this footage back. All the gum chewing and peeing. Let's see what they think. Well, Mel, what is, Marie, what is Mel going to think when she sees you propose to that cat? Okay, that's a big betrayal. It's very sad.
Meow, meow, meow. I'm sorry, there's cat language?
Yeah, there is. And that cat just said yes.
Pussy language.
Pussy language.
As AJ said.
Not us. We're quoting.
We're quoting.
We're quoting.
We're quoting.
Let's keep going. Dana says that she almost left last night and she doesn't know if she has a future with Megan. And Kyle says Pilar feels similarly. Haley says, Dana, I just think this is the way Megan wants to handle it. I know you had a conversation, but I wasn't there. And I love how Dana's like, I do not believe you. I think you were there for the conversation. There's no way that Dana wasn't there. No, there's no way that Haley wasn't there for that conversation.
No.
These couples are so
very
codependent and intertwined. There's no way that they're not
hooking up on the first day of their trial marriage.
They're peeing together. There's no way they're not listening on each other's phone calls.
They're sharing gum.
Yeah, come on. You're supposed to think that you're not listening on each other's phone calls?
Yeah, I didn't buy that either.
Yeah. Let's get to the night out of the Ultimatum receivers again. Mel and Megan have a talk. Mel goes, Dana really needed you and you didn't show up. And Megan says, when I need help, I ask for help. She says, I'm breaking up with you. I'm going home. And Mel says, you know her though. And yeah, she says basically what we said. You don't just get to fly off the handle at somebody because they love you and you love them. You have to take accountability for your actions.
It is ironic that these two couples are confronting each other throughout the show, and little do they know that.
I know, it's so
of everything that's going on. It's all just very like, oh,
but only Haley and Megan have had sex. Okay, Dana and Mel haven't. Okay, they were having a moaning competition. They were recreating the scene from Harry Met Sally. Okay, They were eating pastrami. They were figuring it out.
The way Mel so easily denies everything tells me that this is not the first time for her.
No, dude.
Like at all. It was like effortless. It was like, no, I didn't.
Maria's like, I thought that the food truck closed at 10. Why are you getting home at 3 in the morning? It's like, oh, I had to do the accounting for the inventory. Yeah. To find a place to park it. Back to the givers. Maria and Dana talk. Maria says, you and Mel are hot. I don't know what you're doing. Dana says, I expect you to give us some trust, some benefit of the doubt.
Ooh, that is like, ooh, man.
That's a little nefarious.
It is. They act like this isn't going to be on TV one day. It's crazy.
I know.
It's crazy.
Marie says, do you guys like each other? Dana says, there are feelings there. I just need her in my life.
Do they not know that right before they film the reunion, they get to watch all the episodes? Do they not know that?
Do they know that we get to watch all the episodes?
Yeah, and that everybody does. Yeah. Their parents, their family, their friends.
Reality alert.
Reality
roast them.
Back to them.
Is Dana a soul sucker?
Ooh.
Does she feed off other people's souls? Because all she does is talk about how badly she needs them.
Well, love does come from the mind, body, and soul, as we
exactly.
So
that's the triple threat.
Maybe.
I mean, every scene.
She's already stolen the mind because they share a brain cell.
Exactly.
Now
and all
she's
she
stealing
talks
the
about,
soul.
I need you.
I need her body too.
Fly to me. I need you right now. I'll die without you.
Yeah.
She's sucking their souls, man.
She's a soul sucker.
She's a soul sucker. Officially.
And a gum chewer.
And a gum chewer. Haley and Marie talk. Haley says she doesn't trust where Dana and Mel are at because she's heard some things. I think she just like knows her sexual vibe and she senses their sexual vibe.
It must be. Well, I am thankful though for the big reveal of it, of Haley saving it for the big moment at the changeover. Yes. That was, I'm thankful that it didn't happen here in this conversation because it was much better to come out in front of everybody.
Yeah. She says they've been more romantically involved than they're letting on, and there are lots of receipts. I don't know about lots of receipts.
Couple.
Marie says anything that has been done will come to light. That is true. You are on a TV show. Everything is filmed.
I think they forget that a lot, but they are.
Yeah. And even if there's no cameras, they have audio of the moaning. So that's true. Good job. Haley says, I think you deserve better. Is she trying to break them up for some reason? Is she like,
I guess.
Will that benefit her? I mean, she's with Megan. I don't see why it matters.
I don't know. I don't know.
AJ and Marie talk. Marie is sitting angry in the kitchen when AJ gets back, and she says she's learned that Mel and Dana are fucking, and she's real mad. She says she's going to scream on every floor to find her. I wish we could have seen that.
Please.
We saw that on the Ultimatum season 3 a little bit with Nick going around trying to find
yelling.
people.
Ooh.
Yeah. But
later we knew sort of why he was
an alcoholic. He was drunk. But I think having Marie
more cringy,
but having Marie go to every floor screaming, looking for her, that'd be pretty epic.
Yes, because she's just drunk with love. She doesn't have addiction. Yeah.
And then we have Dana, and she's like, "I need a soul. Give me a soul, or I can't make it to sunrise. I need a soul." Yeah, I'd be sick.
Soul sucker.
Yeah, she's a vampire. Episode 6, Marie and Mel, they meet in the car, and Mel just denies that shit.
Amazing.
And
the way she does it is just like ice cold. No. Nope.
I love that they meet in the car like a drug deal.
Yeah, it kind of is, right?
Yeah. Here's a soul. Give it to Dana for me, okay?
They're being very shady here.
Yeah. Haley and Megan, Haley says Dana did a lot of narrative spinning at the night out and says that hearing what Megan has to say, it sounds like Dana and Mel came into this trying to protect each other. They think it was a conspiracy.
Well, they're right.
Yeah. And Haley says she wasn't going to let Megan slander her wife.
Whoa.
Dude, these people are so deep.
It's crazy. They've known each other for like 4 days.
Dude, it's a marriage, okay? It's a trial marriage. It's a Trilly Willy.
They honestly, on Ultimatum, sometimes they get together faster than on Love is Blind.
Yeah, because
that's crazy.
That's an engagement. This is a marriage.
They're married already.
Yeah. So
process speeds up a lot faster when they're married. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dana and Mel are pissed at Haley. They say, "Who is this Haley bitch? And what evidence does she think she has?" I mean, we basically said that before. We've said, "Who the fuck is Haley?" It does get confusing.
It does.
She really came into her own.
She's making her name known now.
Yeah,
for sure. We thought this was going to be the AJ show from start to finish.
Boy, yeah, no, AJ. Ooh. You know, she peaked too soon. 5 days until the crossover, Kyle and Pilar, they meet Kyle's parents. And, you know,
Kyle's mom is so sweet, huh?
So sweet, but it's also really funny how Kyle is like, yeah, I'm kind of working on how I like internalize things too much. It's kind of hard for me. And her parents are like, yeah, that's our fault. Yeah, we kind of fucked you up.
Hey, parents taking accountability. That's amazing.
Yeah. And Kyle's like, yeah, me and Bridget, a problem we have is we diffuse situations instead of confronting it. And her parents are like, yeah, we fucked you up. Yeah.
Yeah, that's us again.
Yeah, that's us.
Don't worry, we got the check.
Yeah, we suck. You suck. It's okay. Good luck who marries you.
Order dessert.
But they were nice, yeah. But apparently Kyle's mom gave their dad an ultimatum.
That's fun.
Dude, ultimatums work.
They work. They're still
together. My God.
They're in love.
Yes. That's why I'm issuing the listeners an ultimatum to send us Labubu's. Otherwise, we're not covering next week's episode. So,
holy shit.
Well, it's an ultimatum, Ben. What do you think it is? A non-ultimatum?
That's true.
So
we could just take the ad money that we make and buy Labubu's. Isn't that kind of like them giving it to us?
No, they have to send us a Labubu.
Okay. Send us a Labubu.
Why are you trying to ruin my ultimate? They work, Ben. They work.
Do work. Okay, yes. If we do not get 6 Labubus.
Whoa! They have to buy us a blind box.
Within the next month.
By next
not
week.
Only will you not you know what? We're gonna do sports from now on. We're gonna do sports.
We have 2 ultimatums going on. Toffee by next week and a 6-pack blind box within a month.
Yeah. And you'll have to look at the sports.
Yeah. College sports.
Even.
Yeah.
Sometimes high school. We'll do high school sports. We'll do
school basketball.
Texas high school football.
And like hardcore stats. We're not even going to talk about like the stories of the players.
We're talking analytics, baby.
Yeah, analytics of Texas high school football. So get ready.
No mention of Friday Night Lights, by the way. We won't talk about it.
None.
So
on empty heart, cloudy eyes.
And they better not be
lose.
Fake Lafufus either. They better
be no Lafufus. We know those do not count. We said Labubus. This is a real ultimatum.
Fool me once.
Yeah. Let's get to Dana and Mel. Dana writes in a notebook, I wrote this down. Mel is a big, soft teddy bear who is obsessed with her cats. Is this the beginning of their love story? Is it going to end up being 98 pages?
Ooh, we might get another story out.
Another love story. Could be the beginning.
Maybe they could get Marita to ghostwrite it for them.
I know. Could happen.
Yeah.
But they get in a small tiff with Mel saying things like, "You don't know that I love you. You don't know that I want you." The love bomb is being dropped a lot. People are really saying "I love you" a lot.
Yeah. U-Haul, right?
I love this shit.
Food truck.
They should only make Queer Love. This is so much better.
They should. It's amazing how fast they fall in love.
It's so incredible.
Wild.
They're food trucking it hard, man.
They're really food trucking so hard.
The next morning, Mel says, "I want to know what we're doing." And Dana says, "There's a connection and we want to be in each other's lives, but you want answers I can't give you yet." And Dana says,
"This is crazy considering what Dana's been saying the last few days."
Maybe she doesn't think that, maybe she finally got a taste of Mel's soul and it wasn't like pure enough,
Dana was just saying the other day she was ready to have kids for Mel. She was going to carry Mel's
Megan's
child.
soul is purer, okay?
You're right. I can't argue with that.
I know, okay?
Her soul tastes better.
Yeah. It's better tasting soul. Mel's tastes like, burnt food truck a little bit, okay?
Food truck. I gotta know what they're serving on this food truck. We'll figure it out and we'll talk about it on patreon.com/reality alert for
Ultimatum Center.
Ultimatum Center, folks. So if you all the bonus content, we'll research everything that's going on their social medias. We're gonna have it all laid out for you this upcoming week on Ultimatum Queer Love Center.
Mel says, "The more you talk about Megan, the more I feel you're not focusing on this." She also says it's going to be a fight to stay in each other's lives, and I need to know you're going to put up that fight. So let's see what happens. Haley and Megan, Haley's dad, niece, and sister come over for dinner. It's so funny when like these families get involved in these crazy people's lives. It's like, this is my new wife, literally. It's no longer trial marriage. We find the certificates.
They're like, we really like your other partner, though.
Yeah, they're like, what the fuck are you doing?
They're like, we love Pilar.
I think when you go to the next trial marriage, you might have regrets about this. You know, you weirdo. Brittany
is basically crying about how much she loves
what
Pilar.
is happening?
Yeah, she's like, Pilar is one of my closest friends. You've already moved on. What?
Well, happy that somehow this rando is changing your view on children, but what about Pilar? You know,
yeah,
weird.
Well,
you guys were together for 10 years. This is very strange.
Yeah.
Brittany and Marita, they say they're gonna miss each other. Okay, 2 days until the changeover. Oh my god, this is so wild. Dana and Mel get matching shamrock tattoos.
That's crazy. Crazy.
And apparently Dana and Megan had talked about getting matching tattoos previously. So this is a vindictive matching tattoo appointment.
Yeah. And Dana knows it too, and she says it. She says, yeah, I'm going to take a lot of heat from this. Yeah.
This is one of the wildest things we've seen on the Ultimatum.
It really is. This is even crazier than Nick's tattoo that he got.
Oh yeah, he got matching tattoos with JR, but they weren't in a relationship. Actually, that might be wilder.
Why didn't Nick get to be on Perfect Match?
Yeah, we need to do a poll. Let us know.
Could you imagine Nick and Izzy on the same season of Perfect Match, stumbling around?
That would be great. But let's do a poll. Let us know, what is crazier, Nick's tattoo from season 3 matching with JR, who was dating his ex, or Dana's matching tattoo with Mel that she was supposed to get with Megan?
I'm going to post that to stories. We're going to run a poll on our stories on Instagram, instagram.com/reality alert. Or is it Reality Alert Podcast for our
Reality Alert Podcast?
Reality Alert Podcast. So go there, answer the poll. We want to know.
Oh my God. Ashley and Bridget, yeah, whatever. Trial marriage's final night. Dana and Mel, they do pre-written statements to each other. It's like they're getting married. They're doing vows.
Yeah, they're pulling a Love Is Blind, aren't they?
I know. What the
fuck they're about to propose.
This? Mel says, once again, some cosmic force brought them together. I wasn't aware that producers of reality shows were cosmic forces.
They kind of are, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must have good souls, like they taste like stars.
They call Chris Collin Cosmic Chris.
Cosmic Chris. Haley and Megan, they cuddle in bed and cry, and they say I love you to each other.
Yeah, this was a big bomb here.
Wow. Love is in the air.
It was at this moment where I was like, okay, I don't think this is going to affect Megan's relationship as much as like Pilar is gonna really freak out over this. Like I feel like she gets screwed the most out of anybody here.
But like,
what's happening?
Pilar, it's been 10 years. Like, you can't, like, I know she has a lot going on in her life, but
love? Oh my God.
You can't control it, man. You can't control when the food truck of love comes to you. You can't control
when that gum enters your mouth.
Yeah, straight from the food truck. The soul of the gum from the food truck.
When you hear that first dump come out of her butt right next to you in the bathroom, you can't control the love.
You can't control it, man. It's beautiful.
When you hear that first plop,
yeah,
it's
incredible.
Love, baby.
Yeah, it's love, baby. Let's get to the changeover. I want to play what Dana said as they were entering the changeover room.
I'm like the chick from The Notebook, where I'm one person when I'm with you, and I'm one person when I'm with you.
Who dies in this scenario?
Yeah, so is she gonna die?
Well, they all have short-term memories. We know that much.
Yeah, that's true. She's gonna die. She's gonna die at the same time as somebody. That's gonna happen. Who's going to war?
Yeah.
Who's climbing a Ferris wheel? We got to break this down. Remembering things from The Notebook. So she thinks she's Rachel McAdams.
Yeah, is she Rachel in this scenario?
Yeah, she's Rachel McAdams.
She's Rachel. Okay.
I do like how Dana is recognizing that she like switches up depending who she's with.
Yeah, that's something at least.
A
That's
moment
like
of clarity.
A spark of self-awareness.
But I like how she views what she's doing as like romantic, because that's kind of what the Notebook is.
Well, how else is she going to portray this?
As fucked up?
It's Dana.
You're right. As deranged?
Sucking souls is romantic.
Yeah, she is a soul sucker. That's true. Well, I applaud her on her whatever
success. Yeah,
success. Yes, I mean I love it.
Been very successful.
Yeah,
more than AJ. We never thought.
Yeah. So Joanna Garcia Swisher is back, and she explains what just happened and what is going to happen. Wow,
excellent work.
Really, really good job. All right, Brittany and Marita. She says how she didn't have to ask for her favorite term, romantic antics. Why can't she just call it romantics?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. She's not concise. She wanted from her ex. AJ was not happy to hear, though, that Brittany made oxtail for Marita. She says that was the boundary.
You never do that, dude.
That's fucked up. That's
the one thing you never do.
You don't fucking do that.
That is so fucked up.
Brittany's canceled. No,
I've never had oxtails. Have you?
Oh, it's really good, especially like oxtail gravy from the Caribbean.
Is it really good? You're being serious?
Yeah. No, it's super good. Yeah.
Ooh, okay.
Oxtail gravy is so good. It's so good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bridget and Ashley talk. They say their connection was great, and they get in a little tiff. And then Joanna diffuses it and moves things on. Anything about Bridget and Ashley, Ben?
Not really. Kind of boring in comparison to everything.
Well, let's get a little interesting here. We get
Pilar. Where was Bentley at the table? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, where's Bentley?
Shouldn't he be begging for scraps at that table?
I know. Where's Bentley and Dookie?
I know.
We get in the kitties, who are unnamed for some reason, which is fucked up. I mean, one of them is literally engaged. Why isn't the engaged cat named at the table?
The dogs are more important.
That's true, but one of them is engaged. So we need the engaged cat with a little ring at the table.
All right. Fair enough.
All right. Pilar and Kyle, they talk about how things were up and down, but they really worked on it. Pilar talks about how she's been spiraling because Haley will post vague things like, sometimes you want to disappear, but all you want to do is be found. Then Haley says, oh, you want to talk about stories? Like how you posted Kyle with heart eyes, then blocked me?
This is so crazy. We didn't hear anything about that.
This is like reunion talk going on, like the social media stuff.
Yeah.
And also, like, they're being very passive aggressive with each other, and we didn't hear about it until
we didn't
now.
Hear about any of this?
Was there other stuff being posted? Are other couples being?
It makes you wonder if some of the social media stuff and passive aggressive stuff led to their decisions to cheat.
I know. I want to see it. I want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
It's not fair. We should know when these shows are filming and who's on it.
I know, so we could watch their stories.
I know.
I hope they screen grabbed some of them and
yeah, me too.
Show them this week. Yeah.
Let's get to episode 7. Joanna just says all the emotions are there and the questions will be answered. You're also brave. You're growing.
Go Yankees.
Don't fight. Go Yankees. It's very good. AJ and Marie. Whatever. Megan and Haley. Okay. Haley says the trial marriage was so easy. And Megan says Haley made her feel safe. And she doesn't want to compare her to Dana. But with Haley, she actually felt secure and happy and not shitty. And Dana sucks. But she's not comparing her to Dana.
And looks could kill from across the table. The looks that Dana is giving to them during this speech is just amazing. Yeah. It's so great.
Did you catch the part where Megan was like, I feel like my soul isn't being sucked from my body in the middle?
Yeah.
Like, weird kind of
really weird. Yeah.
It's really odd.
Kind of a different feeling than what I'm used to.
Yeah. They also talk about how they get each other's joke references and how they riff your bit. Yeah. And you riff my
all the Norbit references.
Oh, it's a Norbit. I get it. They nor your bit. Okay.
Hercules.
I riff your bit. Don't worry. I totally get that.
You don't know that's a quote from Norbit?
From Norbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put that together.
It might have been from Nutty Professor. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's all canon, right? So
yeah. Megan says, being with you made me want to get my family on board with my life. I just feel like they're just like totally stabbing daggers into their partners.
Yeah, this is great.
It's targeted. They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they do.
Let's get to Dana and Mel. This is where shit gets good. Dana's like, I can't even speak right now. I'm so mad. I think she had a soul in her mouth that she was like, it'd be rude to speak. Mel says the trial marriage was life-changing, and it was the first time someone has seen her fully and not been scared or run away. Is Marie running away from her?
Yeah. How many people have been running away from Dana during their lives?
Well, this was Mel. This was Mel talking. It should have been Dana talking.
Oh my god!
I know.
How bad is their food truck that everybody's running away?
I know. Dana says we have reached an extreme level of vulnerability and comfort with each other that not a lot of people can reach. Doesn't that sound like fucking?
It does. This sounds like when Haley said that she was really opening up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And getting very intimate.
Yes. They talk about the not saying hi thing and all that stuff. Then Megan calls Dana out on fucking around on the trip. And Dana says, where's the proof? And Haley says, well, what made me think there was more, not that there's said that, just Dana talking made her think there was more. There's not actual proof. And Dana is like, I heard there was actual receipts. And they kind of go back and forth until we get
if you keep digging, Dana, they're going to reveal it.
Yeah. I have the clip of them talking about the sex playlist thing because, I can't summarize.
It's amazing.
This amazing clip.
I just want to leave off with one thing. I don't know if this is a sign. Haley and I were sitting in our bedroom, and all of a sudden, the TV turns on. It goes to Spotify. It logs in on both of your accounts. And it's so strange.
It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Because we tried to connect our phones and you needed an approval. Both of your accounts opened up. And all there's been was sex playlists. You have one private playlist that you guys created together. And on your account, you opened the album that you made for me. And you took all of the songs that you created for me, including our song together. And you put that on your playlist together.
Okay.
And I don't appreciate that at all.
Heard.
Okay, babe.
Understood.
Heard, chef. Okay, babe.
Wow. Yes.
I have some questions about it.
Okay, these songs, right? Amish Paradise. Eat It by Weird Al.
Yes.
What else we got on?
This Is the Life by the Scottish singer, and This Is the Life by Hannah Montana.
I Just Had Sex by The Lonely Island with Akon was on there.
Yeah. All of Ben's favorite songs. They actually got your playlist on there.
Yeah, they got confused.
Reality Alert theme song.
It's all comedy albums. It's weird. Yeah. A lot of Flight of the Conchords on there for some reason.
A lot of Love Is Blind Orchestra songs on there.
Yeah.
Including I Need a Daddy, Real Big Daddy. Why did both of their accounts show up on the TV? That's confusing to me. 2 Spotify accounts.
It was probably just they're talking about each partners individually, but they phrased it weird. Yeah,
it's just funny that they both showed up, and then it's just so
they
funny.
Probably both own the accounts.
Yeah, you were using our fuck list, our special fuck music.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It was weird. It had like all this like gum commercial music on it.
Yeah. Double makes it better. Double is better.
Yeah. I just love how they just acknowledge that they're busted. They're just like, yep.
Yep. Fuck.
I can't really just say we were listening to the sex music
Yeah, we're chewing gum and listening to music.
Doing yoga, something. Yeah. And Joanna's like, okay, great. Trial marriages. Here's your engagement rings again. These do something.
Yankees.
Go Yankees. Bye. As they leave, Haley says she sees herself marrying Megan in a confessional.
Wow.
That's the narrative. I liked all these car scenes as they were heading out of
yes, I like that.
marriages. Yeah. We get one from Rita and Ashley. They're like, isn't it weird that everybody else screams like children and we don't? I'm like, maybe that's why you guys can't. Maybe you need to scream like children. Maybe you need to find your inner child and find the joy in life. You know,
your dog is the most interesting thing about you both.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on.
Haley is like, yeah, we got intimate, but I'll tell you about it later. Not right now. Not in the car. Tomorrow morning on the balcony. I think it'll be more, the scenery will be nicer to break your heart. Then I just don't think the car is appropriate.
The sunrise will represent new beginnings. And I think that's what's important for us.
Kyle likes the car and reveals their kiss with Pilar, but she's like not too forthcoming about it.
Yeah.
AJ and Brittany. AJ is very hurt about the oxtail thing, which is fair. I think AJ should have kicked Brittany out of the car.
That was great. Yeah.
Brittany should have walked home.
I think she was genuinely hurt by that.
It's fucked up, man.
It's so fucked up.
Marita and Ashley, they don't even know what oxtail is. That really just adds to how fucked up this whole thing is. They don't even know what oxen are, what ox are. It's messed up.
I know. Yeah. She was like, what is it? A giant cow? It's like, well, you're close.
You're close, but you're wrong.
I mean, it's close, but
Megan and Dana, Megan is reaming Dana out and yelling about her playing the sympathy card. Dana says, why are you staying? And Megan says, I don't know. Maybe TV time, more followers, something like that.
Contractual obligations.
Yeah. Mel reveals the matching tattoo. I don't know how Marie stays composed in this moment.
Dude, and Mel's got like a little smirk on her face too. Did you notice that? She's just like, yeah, I did bad.
So fucked up that they got those tattoos, man. That's crazy. It's so vindictive.
They knew what they were doing. Man.
It's so vindictive.
They knew what they were doing.
Back in the apartment,
Marie doesn't. She doesn't give as much of a rise out of Marie though as Megan does out of Dana.
Yeah.
The Dana reaction is huge.
I don't get how Marie doesn't freak out. I would go wild.
I think Marie really is like obsessed with Mel. And Mel is not into Marie at all.
Well, the food truck, you can't lose the food truck.
You gotta wait until college, until the food truck goes to college.
You gotta wait.
Or until it like needs an oil change.
You gotta stay together for the food truck. You gotta.
Yeah.
Back at the apartments, Marie and Mel, Mel's like, well, now that I'm in my second trial marriage, I'm just going to focus on Marie and give her everything. We're going to be so happy.
Embrace the process,
Yeah. Marie tells Mel she's disappointed in Haley and that she knows Dana and Mel are not the bad guys.
Okay.
Why can't everybody be the bad guy? Mel says she wants to feel seen and heard and rediscover their passion because they're always working on that food truck. They should just get rid of the food truck,
They really should.
Yeah.
Just see how the relationship works without it.
Yeah, go work at a restaurant or something. I don't know. The food truck, if you want to look for relation, but I get it. It's their baby. It's their baby. I just don't know. They never talk about the food truck in a positive way ever.
Yeah.
They're never like, we love our
business.
They
franchise it so that there's two food trucks. That way they each have one and they go on their own independent routes together.
Yeah, and they can have like trial
food truck separation.
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. Dana and Megan, Dana's gonna sleep on the couch because Megan is pissed off about this tattoo.
That was clearly like a big thing for Megan of like, this was something we had planned on doing for a while.
Yeah, they were gonna do it when they got out of there, and Dana was like, "I'll show her." She wasn't nice to me on that phone call.
Then Dana's like, "What's wrong? I don't understand what's wrong."
Why? It's just a shamrock tattoo. The funniest thing is that it's a shamrock tattoo.
I know. Yeah. What does that have to do with anything?
Why did you get like a drunken person tattoo, sober, in the middle of the day?
Yeah, that would have been.
What does it symbolize? I want to know why they got the shamrock tattoo.
It should have been a piece of gum, a stick of gum.
I know.
That would
should have been a
like
photorealistic. Should have been a photorealistic tattoo of Joanna Garcia Swisher.
And then everybody would ask who when she describes who it is,
and they would be like, "Well,
they'd be like, it was Vicky from Freaks and Geeks.
Go Yankees."
They're just go Yankees.
Go Freaks and Geeks. Cool.
Go Freaks and Geeks. Bridget and Kyle. Bridget says, they just have a hard time understanding each other. I think they're going to work it out, though.
I hope so.
Engaged.
I hope so. Yeah.
Yeah.
If Bridget were with AJ, they would have kissed. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Bridget.
Yeah. Get over the kissing. It's not big of a deal. Kyle so regrets it. Haley and Pilar talk. They assess that Kyle is a LaCroix and Haley is a Four Loko.
Wow.
I think Kyle might be LaCroix, but I wouldn't consider Haley a Four Loko.
No.
Maybe a Miller Lite.
Yeah. Four Loko is like Shane is a Four Loko.
Yeah, Shane is a Four Loko.
Shane from Love Is Blind is Four.
Is an OG Four Loko.
OG Four Loko. Yeah, not the new crap that they have out there.
No, not that bullshit.
The stuff they make for little
babies.
For babies.
Yeah. I give my baby a Four Loko. That's how.
Yeah, I'd give a 4-year-old a Four Loko.
I give a 4-month-old a Four Loko.
Yeah. 100%.
That shit in a bottle.
Ain't gonna do anything to them.
No, I'm not gonna do anything. Haley reveals that she cuddled with Megan one night, and then she reveals that she crossed the line with Megan many times. Meaning
now, which
sex.
line are we talking here?
Now, it's very. Pilar knows. I love how she slowly does this, and then she says she had an emotional connection with Megan, and then she reveals that she loves her.
That is. Ouch.
And you can just see the daggers. They're going into Pilar's heart. They're stabbing her.
Yeah. This is like that scene from The Simpsons where you could see Ralph Wiggum's heart breaking in real time. And it's like,
it's sad.
Oh, so sad.
Yeah. Pilar said it was her greatest fear, her feeling ready and Haley falling in love with somebody else.
Yeah. But Haley gave the ultimatum too. It's crazy.
Does Pilar only feel ready now, though, because Haley is in love with somebody else, or because she saw her with somebody else, even if she wasn't in love?
I feel like some people go into this with the plan of, I'm going to be ready by the end because I want the proposal on TV. Yeah. I want this all this way.
Is kind of dumb. That's a dumb plan.
It is, especially for Queer Love, because man, do they move fast.
Yeah,
they move so fast.
That is ill-advised.
At this point, Haley could be proposing to Megan or vice versa.
Yes.
I mean, for all we know.
Woof. AJ and Brittany, they have a bunny. What's the bunny's name? The bunny is cute.
What would you name a bunny?
Bunny.
Bunny. Oh, that's
Bunny. Nice. It's kind of fancy, kind of cute. What would you name a bunny?
Peep.
Peep. Aw.
Oh.
Wow, you really had that up your sleeve. Are you gonna get a bunny?
I can't. I'm allergic.
Oh, I forgot.
I'll fucking die.
I'm sorry. Do you think Milhouse would like the bunny?
I actually think he would. He gets along really well with animals that are smaller than him.
He wouldn't chase
it's
the bunny
ones
around.
That are bigger that he'll go up to and be like, "Fuck you."
Okay, so you wouldn't get a giant bunny.
Even a giant bunny would be smaller than Milhouse. I don't think it would.
What about a really giant bunny?
Like the world's biggest bunny?
Yeah, well, you wouldn't get the world's biggest
bigger
bunny.
Than Milhouse? Then Milhouse might be intimidated. He might.
Okay, so you wouldn't get that sized bunny.
I wouldn't get that sized bunny.
All right.
I wouldn't get like the Easter bunny sized bunny or like the Donnie Darko size.
Why not? That'd be cool.
It'd be scary, dude. I don't want that thing in my house.
Dude, if you had on the podcast,
telling me that I'm gonna die.
I don't want a lot of clicks. That'd be really creepy.
That Donnie Darko bunny is scary.
Dude, Frank? Isn't his name Frank?
He looks like a Labubu that's like grown up and gone psycho.
What about Labubu?
The Donnie Darko bunny.
I know.
You see his teeth?
I saw a meme. I saw a meme, and it was like Donnie Darko had the first.
He had the original Labubu.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal, legend, dude, iconic. Donnie Darko.
Sure. Yeah. It's been in some good films.
Shout out to Donnie.
Yeah. Shout out to Jake.
Shout out to Jake G.
October Sky.
Dude, it's a good movie.
It's a good movie. Laura Dern. She died.
Nightcrawler. That movie rules.
Nightcrawler is
so good. Underrated. So good.
So that director is amazing.
Yeah.
Have you seen what was that movie he did following it up? Buzzsaw or something like that?
Haven't seen it.
I think it's with Gyllenhaal and Tilda Swinton. It's really good.
Oh, Tilda slaps.
It's really good.
I bet she is Labubu.
She probably does.
Yeah. Let's get to AJ and Brittany though. AJ says Marita was great and she was home all the time and would make her breakfast. Like, why doesn't Brittany do that? Brittany's been so busy since she started Vitalux, I believe. I looked it up. I believe it's Vitalux IV Lounge and Med Spa. That's my guess.
Okay.
When I searched for Vitalux. Because there's Vitalux with 1X, which is like a product, and then there's Vitalux with 2 X's, which is an IV Lounge and Med Spa, and the 2 X's is what the subtitles say. So I'm going to trust that.
Okay.
So I think that AJ wants...
Is this the thing that the woman from the last Ultimatum was selling on her Instagram? The gummies or...
No, this is like a place you go to, and I think you get like IV. I didn't look into it too much.
Oh, it's like just like an IV drip?
Yes.
To stay hydrated more?
Let me look. I didn't look into it too hard. Self-care rituals backed by science, enhanced by luxury.
I usually hear of athletes doing this so that they don't get cramps during the game.
But people also get IV for hangovers. Oh, no, this is here you go. I don't know if this is like real.
See, this is what I was wondering, Mags.
Well,
these contestants end up getting they get themselves into these things.
This isn't the worst stuff I've heard.
Okay.
So these are IV drips, but you can get a hydration one where you just get like hydration,
which is common for athletes. Yeah.
Detox and glow. You get some gluta thing for detox and glow. Immunity boost. You get vitamin C. I mean, I don't think that a lot of this is that proven. Amino blend. It enhances muscle recovery. Hair and nail strength, you get biotin, which I don't know how real that is.
Well, vitamins and water will always help you, and especially if you're injecting it, So
yeah, but I don't know like if biotin is like that. That's like people take pills of to like help their hair and stuff. It's like, I'm just saying I don't know.
Water and vitamins will probably help your hair just as much as that stuff. So
yeah. Well, I'm just saying there's worse things that we've seen. But
big time,
yeah. So, they do abrasion and stuff. Yeah, it's a med spa, microneedling, chemical peels. Yeah, this seems pretty good. Good job, Brittany. But AJ wants her to throw it all away to make her breakfast. You're gonna lose the house, AJ.
Oh my God.
AJ, focus on the prize.
She wants oxtail for breakfast.
You're gonna lose the bunny.
No,
you can't take care of the bunny anymore. You're gonna lose Bunny Peep.
My La Bun Bun?
Not La Bun Bun Bunny Peep. Marie and Mel get juices, and Marie is basically like, I could go without kids. I could like do whatever. And Mel's like, I don't like when you put, us before you all the time. But then when they go for a walk, Marie is like, yeah, maybe if I put off having kids, Mel eventually will come around. If I put this off, eventually she'll come around and she'll want kids.
I feel like Marie is not taking the hints and Mel is just stringing her along.
Yeah. And Marie's like, and our communication could be better in a few years. We don't have to do anything, but our communication will be better and she'll want. It's like, why, stop kicking the can and accept reality, Marie.
Yeah. Also, you already have a child. It's your food truck.
Yeah. Okay. Marita and Ashley, they get in a fight because Marita accuses Ashley of not showing up. I love this like passive aggressive thing where Marita bought Ashley flowers
Yeah.
Because she wanted flowers.
Yeah.
Look, if you don't like,
I kind of was siding with Ashley on this. Ashley's like, I take you on dates all the time. Like, I am romantic, just not in the exact ways that you want. Like, you want the fucking rose petals and the R&B singer, like, and that's not my vibe.
Yeah, look, if she doesn't like Ashley, then leave. Do you know what I mean? But like, stop. Like,
you're being a little too needy.
Really. Like, sometimes just like if the relationship isn't for you, then leave the relationship. But stuff like, and like I think Ashley needs to get that too. Like, if Marita is like this and you guys aren't compatible, you're not compatible.
Yeah,
like that's just kind of what it looks like to me.
Though. I think,
me too. They'll just be miserable. Yeah.
But as the Miley Cyrus song goes, you know, Marita can buy herself flowers if she wants.
That's true.
I don't understand why she doesn't realize.
I think she did.
We talked about this in the Discord today. You can buy your own self flowers.
That's true.
What's the big deal?
She did though, because Ashley doesn't like them, so she did buy herself.
Yes, I mean, so keep doing it.
Yeah,
we'll save the relationship.
I think somebody said it to them. Is like, I forget who said it, but she was like, "Look, you guys, either somebody is going to put in a lot of work and be unhappy about it, or you guys are just going to feel like you settled in your relationship." And I feel like that was just like spot on. Like, I don't know if they, the way that we see, I don't see them being particularly happy, unfortunately.
No, it's weird. I don't know. They're certainly like complacent is what. That's the word I would use for them.
Let's get to Dana and Megan, the final scene. They're in bed. They're talking calmly. Megan says she feels hurt and betrayed, but they both want to try. Dana says she doesn't know if she has feelings for Mel. And Megan's like, you got fucking matching tattoos with her, which we said we would do. And now she says, now I don't feel we have any sacredness together. And Dana goes, really? Like, Dana is like, how could you be upset about matching tattoos? And it's like, really? You don't see the symbolism here?
Yeah.
But then things kind of get a little mixed up here.
180?
Yeah, dude, because Megan all of a sudden goes, yeah, Haley and I had sex, and it was emotional. It wasn't just sex, and I'm in love with her. And we both said it.
And then Dana, rightfully so, says, you've been harping on me this whole time for having sex with Mel, and then you this whole time have been hiding this from me?
Yeah, all I did was get a tattoo. I haven't had sex. We use those playlists as tattoo playlists.
They were tattoo playlists.
And you're projecting on me? You know, I mean, Dana is right here. It's like, you hate me because you hate yourself.
I know, she kind of correctly armchair diagnosed.
It is right, but it is funny that
it's all very ironic and very funny.
They both are like, they both will not take accountability. It's like, what's the big deal about the sex? What's the big deal about the tattoos? It's like,
both of these couples are wild.
Yeah. But it is interesting how Dana and Mel seemed so close, and Dana was like, I can't live without you. But Dana and Mel aren't talking about how they were in love with each other or anything.
Yeah.
They just really needed each other at the time and sexually, I guess.
Yeah. Like I said, Pilar is the one I feel like got screwed the most out of this situation. I feel bad for Pilar.
Yeah, poor Pilar. She'll survive.
She'll survive.
Everybody will survive. They'll all be okay.
Yeah.
They'll all find somebody else to move in with after
within a
week.
day or two.
Yeah. They'll all find somebody else to purchase a food truck with, who will suck their soul, chew gum, pee with, all that stuff. Well, this season rules.
It's amazing.
It's so good.
It lives up to the hype.
I know.
Oh,
they should be doing 2 of these a year at least.
They should. It should be the same schedule as Love is Blind, and they should be doing foreign versions of it too.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be back on Monday or Tuesday, depending on the amount of social media we get.
Yeah.
For Ultimatum Center, and that's just on the Patreon, patreon.com/reality alert. We have trials too, but it's $5 a month and then $8 a month if you don't want to listen to ads. That's going to be really fun. And there we're going to do our predictions for how things are going to end up. So if you want to hear our predictions for how things are going to end, there's 3 episodes left. It's episode 8, then 9 is the finale, and 10 is the reunion. If it goes based on how last season went, I expect that it will. That's kind of because episode 10 was the reunion last season. And then, we're going to try for interviews. It gets a little bit harder with the Ultimatum and the bigger shows, but we will do our best. We learned that Perfect Match was announced for August 1st, but we'll have fun stuff going on all of July. Fun in the sun.
We'll be doing a cast assessment for Perfect
Match. That too. And other stuff. It's all good.
Squid Game stuff.
Oh, dude. All Squid Game all the time.
Gotta stay trendy.
Yeah. We've been learning Korean on Duolingo, and we're fluent too.
Yeah.
We're going to do Korean podcasting.
We've been learning Korean and Italian brain rot. So
yes.
On Duolingo.
Yes. Anything else today, Ben, that we need to address? No. Remember our Labubu ultimatums. Don't forget those.
Sports are coming.
Sports are coming.
And it's baseball season, folks. You don't want this.
No. No. Okay. Bye. It's the place you go when you finish your show. We're your two best friends. Our names are Max and Ben. We're self-proclaimed television experts. It's reality alert.